What's going on, gamers? It's your boy Daily Tactics here, and today I am back in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 with 7 million Romans versus 100,000 T-Rex. Let's get into it here. The T-Rex are charging on forward. So, the first 3 million Romans in this lineup are all standard Roman soldiers. You know, your basic triarii soldiers, if you will. And hopefully they'll fare decently against the T-Rex, although right now they are getting absolutely crushed at the very beginning here. Oh my goodness, that's some lag. Wowza. Okay, it seems fine now. But the second row is all Roman generals, which are basically Roman soldiers hopped up on steroids. So there's 3 million of those units behind them, holding their shields proud and ready to fight for the SPQR. And mixed in with those Roman generals is 1 million Roman archers, who hopefully will be able to get off enough shots to down some of these T-Rex as they munch their way through these Roman soldiers. It looks like right now the first wave of Romans are getting kind of clobbered. I think that might be an understatement here, as the T-Rex absolutely devour them and wreck house currently. I mean, the T-Rex are getting kind of bloodied. It's a common misconception that when a unit gets kind of bloody, that it's actually the blood around them covering them, but no, it's actually that unit taking damage. So you know a unit has taken damage when it becomes bloodied in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. So we know that a few of these T-Rex have become damaged, but 3 of them have died. Yeah, a total of 3 have died across this entire line. Look at all these. Ugh, I hate looking at the T-Rex from up above because they look like slithery, snaky boys, and I hate snakes. They're so creepy, crawly to me. I know some people absolutely love snakes, but like, man, they're so creepy to me. I don't know. It's not something I can ever have as a pet or anything like that. They are interesting, but like, no thank you. Either way, yeah, I don't know how some of them are dying. I mean, obviously by swords. That's probably how, but they must have just taken enough damage at some point here to end up on the ground, cold as ice, baby. Now 20 of them have died. This is not faring well, because 500,000 Roman soldiers have almost died here. We might have to do this battle again in this exact same video, and maybe putting more Roman archers on the battlefield closer up will help. However, we still haven't gotten to the Roman generals, which of course have better damage and hit rates and stuff like that. Ooh, lag. Okay, there's a lot of entities on the battlefield, so I do apologize for the lag. But maybe the Roman generals will be able to do something, whereas these Roman soldiers are not. And on top of that, perhaps the Roman archers, once they come into play, since they are at the back lines of the shield wall, maybe they will also be able to actually do something in this battle, because they're like way back there. I mean, look at all this. This is 7 million Romans on the battlefield right here. Yeah. There's a lot. There's a heck of a lot. Right now we are at 63 down T-Rex, and I really hope they're not dying from water, because if that's how those deaths happen, that would be a problem. But no, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, cool. I think the water needs to be a lot higher for the T-Rex to drown, which is excellent. Because I was thinking like, oh god, what if those 77 dead T-Rex at this point all died from natural causes and not from the Romans? In that case, the Romans have a much harder battle on their hands than we initially thought. But no, I think it was from the Romans, and yeah, there's actually a dead T-Rex right there. Good. And hopefully those increase exponentially as this battle goes on, and as more of the front line gets damaged further and further here, we see more T-Rex falling, because otherwise these Romans are screwed, man. They're in for a real bad time. Let's go try and look as to where the Roman generals start. It's not there. Those are still soldiers. Oh, I think it's right here. Yes. Okay, the gold-plated Romans are generals. The silver are Roman soldiers. So it's right here. So they're actually still very far from the T-Rex. That's a good sign. That is a very good sign right there. 126 T-Rex have now died on the battlefield. You know, it's... what is that, like I mean, it's like 0.001%? Something along those lines, and just about 1 million Romans have now perished. These are the weakest Romans on the battlefield, so at least that is a little bit heartwarming to think about, because the stronger units might fare a little bit better against these T-Rex, but still, it's not the greatest thing in the world. Not in the slightest. Either way, why don't we go ahead and do a little time-lapse here of these Roman soldiers getting eaten by T-Rex. We'll go ahead and do a bird's eye view. It seems like people really enjoy the bird's eye views, and we'll watch these T-Rex eat their way through a number of Roman soldiers here across the screen. Let's do it. Alright, at this point in the battle, it's not looking too good for the Romans. They have 1,000 kills and 2.6 million deaths. Not looking too hot at all, in the slightest. Either way, here's the general's line right here. Starting here, you can kind of make it out on your screen. Like slight color differentiation. And in fact, actually, these T-Rex over here are already eating into them, which I think they're going slower. Maybe? I don't know. What do you guys think? Mayhaps. I can't tell for sure. No idea for sure. But over here in the middle, they're going slower for sure, but they're still in the Roman soldiers line, so that makes sense because the flanks are obviously a little bit weaker. More T-Rex can wrap around them. Kind of makes sense over there. But the Roman archers start like right about here-ish? Something like that, where you can kind of see on the... Yeah. Right here they start. That's where the archers start. They probably won't be able to fire until like right here, I'm guessing. So then we should see a serious uptick in T-Rex deaths. So we just got to make it to that point. You know, what I think could be kind of a cool time lapse is if we watched from the first archers right here, watch the impending T-Rex come closer. Let's try that. Hopefully it ends up looking kind of cool. Alright, boys, the zombies. I don't know why I keep thinking the T-Rex should be called zombies. The T-Rex have made it up to us here, and as you can see, I mean, you can make out exactly where the bodies of the T-Rex are ending up. This weird glitch keeps happening with them, and this happened in the last battle we did with them, where they get, like, stuck, and then they can only funnel in one or two at a time, which I suppose is good for the Romans, but very, very strange, very bizarre. Either way, it seems like the T-Rex are dying faster now that arrows have been introduced into the battlefield. You can see they're getting shot out at a rapid pace. Rapid. But there's still 84,700 T-Rex left alive. An astronomical amount. Yeah, it's going to be bad. There's 3 million Romans left alive, and Roman archers, of course, and these are going to be the toughest of the bunch, but I don't know if they're going to be able to make up this deficit that they're dealing with right now. I mean, they've only killed like 15,000 dinosaurs. That is not nearly enough. I mean, they're killing them at the fastest rate they ever have in this entire battle. But that being said, I mean, there's still a ton of them left. Not to mention, there's a bunch of fresh ones back here. I mean, look back here. there's a bunch that haven't even been touched by the battlefield yet. And that's the real threat. I mean, the ones at the front lines here, they're all pretty weak. Look how, you know, nearly dead half of these ones are, but the ones in the back are all fresh, ready to freaking go. It's gonna be a bit of a problem. Over here on the left, luckily they're like sort of safe from flanking due to this little river thing here that is turning red slowly but surely. So that's at least good for the Romans, and also they've done a bang-up job over here on the far right flank. Why is the far right flank doing so well? That's interesting. Look how many dead T-Rex are over here on the far right flank. Meanwhile, you go just a little bit left and it's like way less. That's really interesting. I wonder what's happening at the far left flank all the way down here. We have not really checked out this part of the battlefield yet, but it seems like we have actually a ton of dead T-Rex. In fact, look at this. This side of the flank has completely destroyed all of their T-Rex. That's crazy. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. This is going to be one heck of a battle. I think this might be closer than I initially thought it was going to be, which is certainly interesting. Right now there are 81,000 T-Rex still alive, and 2.85 million Romans left alive, and we'll just have to see what ends up happening. Let's do another time lapse right about here of the T-Rex. It seems like they're going forward a lot slower than before, so it'll be interesting to see how this time lapse goes compared to the last few, but either way, let's do it. Things are certainly improving for the Romans at this point in time. Actually, this might end up being kind of close. There's still about 2 million Romans left alive and 55,000 T-Rex left alive. However, the T-Rex are going down a lot faster, and this whole them being stuck back there thing is working for the Romans big time. It, you know, makes the pressure on them a lot easier. Let's see, is this flank over here still somewhat safe? Yeah, actually, kinda. So this is definitely a very good sign over here. This is very promising. I mean, look at the arrow fire going into these boys. They take a lot of arrows, but there's so much arrow fire that, hey, it doesn't matter that much. It's working. It's doing it for them. So I'll take that gladly. And then let's check the other flank. Look how big this battlefield is, dude. This shield wall was gigantor. It's a very large shield wall. Oh, look. Over here, nothing's happening here as well. Oh, that's really good. Oh, man. There's nothing happening here. Oh, this is great for the Romans. Wow, it really is just the middle where things are heating up still. So this could be a very, very good thing for the Roman army. Oh, this is very easily winnable, I feel like. This ain't bad in the slightest. I will say that for sure. Why don't we go ahead and run one more time lapse for this battle. And we'll do like a broad overhead one right here, just to see what ends up happening between these Romans and these dinos. And, you know, see if they can win or not. Remember, at the top right is all the numbers for each team. That's often helpful. And let's do it. Let's get another one of these time lapses cracking. This is an exciting battle. Okay, so after that time lapse, These dinosaurs are really trickling in now. Yeah, this might take a little longer than I anticipated. Just because most of the dinosaurs seem like weirdly stuck back here. I hope they fix this in the future, but for now, I mean, it seems to be working out in the way of Roman soldiers here. So I think I'm going to let this run for a while, and I'll be back once, I don't know, anything significant happens, I guess. Right now, there's 41,000 of these dinos left alive. And still 1.3 million Romans left alive, so still quite a bit of battle to go through. But at the very least, it does seem to be pretty interesting what we're seeing. So I'm pretty happy about this. Let's let this ride for a while here. I'll be back, guys. Alright, boys, the T-Rex ended up winning, but it looks like the game froze at the very end here, which is bizarre. Looks like they did have 7,000 soldiers left, and they killed all 7 million Romans, but this was a very, very close game at the end of the day, which is cool. Either way, guys, this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more in the future. Either way, guys, I will see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.